What were Nazi high-altitude experiments in the Holocaust? Have you ever wondered about the extreme lengths to which Nazi doctors went during the Holocaust? One of the most shocking aspects was the high-altitude experiments conducted primarily at Dachau concentration camp. These experiments were not about healing but rather aimed to understand how the human body reacts to extreme altitudes. The German Air Force had a vested interest in this research to improve the survival chances of pilots who might need to eject or bail out at high altitudes. During these horrific tests, prisoners were placed in low-pressure chambers that simulated altitudes reaching approximately 68,000 feet. This altitude is far beyond what a human can survive without supplemental oxygen. The inmates experienced rapid decompression, which allowed researchers to observe the effects of hypoxia or oxygen deprivation, along with other altitude-related injuries. Many prisoners lost consciousness, suffered excruciating pain, and faced lasting damage from these inhumane conditions. The brutality of these experiments is staggering. Of the nearly 200 men who participated, all either died during the tests or were killed afterward. Some prisoners were even dissected alive to study the impacts on their brains and lungs. This was not an isolated incident but part of a larger pattern of medical experimentation in concentration camps. Prisoners were used as unwilling subjects for research that disregarded their suffering and lives. These high-altitude experiments were overseen by SS physicians, including Sigmund Rascher, who became notorious for his cruel methods. Rascher was later executed for corruption, but his role in these tests left a dark mark on medical history. The experiments reflected the systematic degradation and exploitation of victims under the Nazi regime. They were driven by military interests and conducted without any form of consent, leading to immense suffering and death. Understanding these experiments is essential to remember the experiences of the victims and recognize the severe violations of medical ethics that occurred. These events highlight the importance of strict ethical standards in research involving human subjects today. The high-altitude experiments serve as a grim reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the need to honor the memories of those who suffered.